better. Alex, how do I get started investing in real estate? I get this question all the time, and it's a tough one to answer because it's so broad. It's hard to do it fast. But with YouTube, I don't have to do it fast. I can give comprehensive and actionable advice, and I can take my time. So let's do exactly that. I put out a ton of content to the world that specifically teaches people how I've personally began and continued my real estate investing journey. My website is loaded with years of information on exactly what I've done for every single deal. I've written dozens of blogs on the BiggerPockets website. I make YouTube videos to further explain what I do. I've hosted in-person meetups in both North Carolina and Las Vegas for the past 6 years. I even made a whole 36-episode series specifically for new real estate investors and how they get started for the BiggerPockets Rookie YouTube channel. I don't sell any courses. I don't have any mentoring programs to pitch you. I'm just the guy who did this a little bit before you, who's leaving breadcrumbs along the way of what worked so that you can copy it. But I have learned that pointing new investors to these existing resources is not effective. People need more help. So the reason I'm making this video in particular is because the question I want to answer a little more specifically is, Alex, I've read your content, I've seen your YouTube channel, read the blog, and I love all of it. Now how do I get started investing in real estate? Bro, I took the time to make all that content for you for the last 4 years to answer that question, and you've seen it. So what exactly are you asking that I haven't already answered? I thought about this, and I tried to understand what exactly is the trouble the new investor has when they find valuable resources, but they still don't know how to apply them, or more importantly, they don't know if they're on the right track. And look, that was me not that long ago. So I said, I can do more to help. I know that when I was new and I was consuming real estate investing content, I felt lost for a while. It's important to recognize that this is common and it's just a process you have to learn how to trust. You're not the only one. I also want to explain why I think this happens. Most often it's because people are impatient and excitable and they get this bug to start buying property right away and they want it to all happen super fast and preferably right now. And that's great. Excitement is useful and valuable. I love getting excited about new things. But it's important to realize that real estate is a long game and it's going to require some time spent learning and some patience if you want to succeed. Also, people don't all learn the same way. Blogs are great for some, terrible for others. Same with podcast and video. This is why I try to do all three so that I can give people the information they need in the format that works best for them. And lastly, the whole reason I'm making this video is that lots of times people are okay with being patient, but they want somebody to confirm with them they are on the right path because it can all be very overwhelming when you're first exposed to it. Now, I can't buy real estate for you and I can't learn it for you, but I can give you a foundational framework to follow from idea to action so that you know you're always on the right path. This video is that. It's as concise and comprehensive as I can possibly create in a single YouTube video, and it should give you the tools to start taking daily action and have the mindset to make sure that you're on the right path. Let's get started. On the BiggerPockets podcast, they ask every guest the exact same question.
What sets apart successful real estate investors from all those who give up, fail, or never get started?
Obsession.
I believe that anything a person obsesses over, they will be very good at. Assuming that I'm correct, which I do, this immediately breaks investors into two groups. Those who want easy, passive investments that they can place capital into, get returns, and not think about diversity. The other group are those who want to tackle this challenge with ferocity and become obsessed with building something. Both will make money. The obsessed investor will make a little more, but they're going to invest way more of themselves into the sweat equity. Now, if you just want passive, easy income, you just text me, bro, because that's what I'm best at. Making people money while they sleep. If you want to live and breathe the real estate lifestyle, then keep watching. Obsession as an idea becomes immersion in your daily life. What does that mean? It means thinking about real estate every day, working on real estate every day, and socializing with real estate people every day. And believe me when I say every day, I'm being deadly serious, because you're going to be competing for properties with people in a very popular industry, and you're going to be competing against people like me, and I do it obsessively every single day. And don't let it deter you, because I'll tell you a really interesting secret. Everybody who sticks with this business gets their fair share of success. Just like moving to a new city or a new job, once you're bought in mentally, which is the hardest part, you'll start to learn your way around a little bit. You'll learn your way around a city or an office, and you'll start building small tasks and new routines, and then it becomes mundane before you know it. It becomes easy. Immersion in practice for me is a process of breaking my obsession down into two categories: education and networking. Both of them are part mindset, both of them are part actionable. Our goal is to educate and network every single day. That's the key. That's the best advice I got. Actionable education step number 1. Listen to a podcast every day or read a book every day. I recommend the Bigger Pockets podcast and the From Military to Millionaire podcast. Bigger Pockets is how I learned real estate and it changed my life. They are an epic source of good in the universe. And if you start from episode 1 and you go to the current 500 or something, you can listen to one every single day. It gives you still a year and a half of immersion in learning. I also recommend the Military to Millionaire podcast because I'm the co-host and I'm very entertaining. It's full of wisdom and information and it's military guys, so you get things raw and undiluted, definitely uncensored. We never let people listen to the show, and so you'll get some insight into the advantage that military folks carry around. We never made any money on this show. After 2 years. It's a total passion project for us, but that means pure value for you. Between the two of those, that is a lot of homework and a lot you can learn, and that's just the first thing I told you so far. Actionable education step number 2. Look at and analyze properties in your target market every single day. Real estate success does not come from understanding abstract theories about the way things are supposed to work. It comes from making decisions based on the way the world actually works. I say this all the time. It's easy to make a perfect real estate plan on paper, but in the real world, nothing is perfect. So you have to make do with the properties that are in front of you. Well, what's in front of you? Do you know your market? Are you looking at it? Does your market make for good rentals, flips, Airbnbs? Is the population growing? Are home sales increasing or decreasing? There are a million things you want to know, and the best way to get immersed in going through all of it is by creating a habit of looking at your target market every single day. If you're an agent, you have access to MLS. If you're a regular knucklehead like me, then you have Zillow. I use Zillow for everything. I look at it every single day and I learn a ton about what's going on and what properties cost in my area. In addition to Zillow, find local wholesalers and get on their buyers list. That way you'll be able to look at off-market properties and see what's out there. Stick them all into a profitability calculator and see if they make money. You will start to see patterns of what makes for good deals and bad deals. And once you really know what a good deal is, the gap between where you're at and actually purchasing one is very small. You'll be well over halfway there. Make looking at deals in your target market part of your daily routine. Make it part of your lifestyle. Make it immersive. No matter what type of investing you want to do, networking is king. This is a people business, and if you hate people, you are at a disadvantage. The hard truth is that every business is a people business, so you need to learn how to find the ones you like dealing with. Actionable networking tip number 1. I guarantee that there are local investor meetups in your area and you must attend them. Go to meetup.com, your local Facebook real estate investors group, go to the BP local section and find local events and go to them regularly. Even if you're investing out of state, you need a social circle that knows this stuff so you can talk about it, hear about it, have phone numbers so you can call people or text people regularly and ask them questions. I smuggled this away in the middle of this video for those who are skipping around or impatient. They'll miss it, but straight up, this is the best advice that I can give a person to succeed in this or any business. Make your close social circle successful real estate investors, meet with them regularly, and you will become a successful real estate investor. This whole thing is really that simple, and it applies to everything. I used to be an alcoholic, and it's because my social circle was alcoholics. When I hung out with deadlift meatheads at the gym, I got good at deadlifting up to 600 pounds. My social circle is now successful and ambitious real estate investors. I have become a successful and ambitious real estate investor. It's not rocket surgery. It's actually quite simple, and it works. Actionable networking tip number 2. Go to at least one real estate conference a year. Think of your local real estate investor meetup like your local gym. Someone at the gym is the biggest guy there, and you probably want to learn from him if you really want to grow. But one day, you'll catch up to that person, or even better, you'll surpass them. So now you're the biggest guy in the gym. Problem is, your gym is just one of many in the state, and you're the biggest fish in the smallest pond. And if you live in a small town, this is especially true. Going to conferences does 2 things. It gets you around the biggest players in the industry nationwide, and it creates physical and financial barriers to entry, meaning the people that attend are the most committed. And people there will take you more seriously because you committed, and you will take them more seriously because they committed. These days, I go to 4 to 5 conferences each year, and I get more and more out of them the more seriously I take them. And side note, if you plan to attend the Bigger Pockets conference, which I highly recommend, I will be there as the photographer because I'm just so multi-talented. Actionable networking tip number 3. Reach out to talk to somebody new on the internet every day. The internet and social media are magical places, and they have flaws, but in its simplest form, the internet allows you to get access to everyone with a smartphone, which is everyone. You want to find a mentor, start a friendship with someone you look up to, or you want someone that can help you and like answer questions that you have on a whim. The internet gives you access to everyone. Most people you want to talk to are just a DM away, and while it may seem invasive or intimidating, the reality is that most people want to help you. Look, I'm making these videos because I want to help. Nobody even watches them. That's how much I want to help. You can start a conversation with somebody, you can do it every single day, and they will be glad to talk to you. I have been doing this for years, and it has been massively impactful for me. I have friends in social circles that I would never have been exposed to or had access to without the internet. The internet allows me to just reach out to somebody every single day and be friendly and just say, hey, I'm Alex, we should be best friends forever. And 99.9% of the time, it works. Most people just don't ever try. So every day, reach out, say hey to somebody new that you think is in a part of the social circle that you want to be part of. Okay, let's recap all that real quick. We talked about mindset, creating a life of obsession, spending time every day networking and educating, and I gave you 5 actionable tips that will keep you immersed. But what the heck are you trying to accomplish with all that effort? You need goals, bro. Here are some of the things you want to get on paper and start making measurable progress on right away. Decide on a strategy that fits your personality and the life that you want to create. For example, I want reliable and highly passive income. I do not want to create a business. And I like using fixed rate debt. I'm not too scared of debt. So I focus on long-term rentals. If you want to create a business or you're good at systems, look at being a wholesaler or a flipper. If you want to be in hospitality, then maybe Airbnb is right for you. Airbnb is blowing up, BTW. I just converted my first one and I'm about to convert a few more. Do you like working on houses yourself? There are plenty of options for DIY. You can change your mind later and you probably will, but you have to spend some time thinking about and writing this out right now so you know what to focus your efforts on. What I do not recommend is chasing a strategy that fits what resources you have, even if it means going slower. I need money, so I'll go into wholesaling. Turns out you're terrible or you hate wholesaling. Well, you're gonna be bad at it, and then you're not gonna make the money that you need, and then you're not gonna get to the thing that you actually wanna do. So start with the end in mind. Then make friends with people who are doing exactly what you want to do. Once you have an idea of what you want to become and what you want to do, you need to see somebody doing it so it seems possible. That's how I got good at real estate. It seemed so difficult and so out of reach until I started making friends who were doing exactly what I wanted to do, and I realized they're not any smarter than me. Many of them had less money than me and they weren't working any harder than me. Not only did watching my new friends do it successfully give me massive confidence that I could do it, it also gave me a network of people who had the exact knowledge that I needed and could help me get to my specific goals. Use that new network you're building to find someone you specifically want to emulate. Thirdly, get a financial plan of how you're gonna pay for all this written out. At this point, you know exactly what kind of investing you wanna do. You have the support group that can help you. You've been learning a ton about how to do this and the market that you want to invest in, and you feel like you're ready to buy a first property, but you have no idea how to pay for it. Most people think that they need capital of their own to buy real estate, but the truth is you only need someone's capital. And money is way easier to find than you think. Private money, hard money, mortgages, equity loans, more. Start figuring out how much money you'll need to pay for your deal. Figure out how much profit the deal makes. Then create a plan on paper to show how much money you're gonna need to borrow, when you'll pay it back, and how much whoever lends you the money is going to make from you. There is no shortage of people who will lend you money if your deal turns a profit. Still seem too vague? Ask your new friends who are doing exactly the same strategy that you wanna do, how they pay for their deals. See how this compounds? You get people in your life and then they teach you how to do it. It's really not that complicated. If you think everyone in real estate is using their own liquid cash to buy properties, you are dead wrong. It's the opposite. Almost everybody is borrowing almost all the money. The last and most obvious final goal is to buy something. And an important part of your mindset is to realize that most people in real estate are playing the long game. For me, it is literally a 30 or 40 year game. Mortgages are 30 years, depreciation schedules are 27.5 years, and houses are highly illiquid, maybe the most illiquid asset class. It takes months to buy and sell a property. So I think patience is a valuable part of this industry. This also means that over their career, most people, investors, are going to acquire dozens of properties, which means that one deal can't make or break you. So do not mentally treat it like it's life or death. The first one is absolutely the scariest, but you just need to get something reasonably close to your goals and then get in, because you'll learn far more from the experience of a lousy deal than you will from waiting for the perfect deal. Lots of people spend years watching great deals go past them because they're too scared to pull the trigger on something close. And at the same time, there are people who are willing to just say yes to deals that are close enough. And then they create generational wealth for themselves while the people who wait create nothing. The famous saying is, don't wait to buy real estate and wait. Don't buy just anything, but definitely buy something. Thank you for watching. I know this one was long, but I wanted to put a lot in there. I created this video to help people who are new and feel lost because I answer this question almost on a weekly basis, and I figured I could provide something that was useful and actionable to make people's lives easier. Let me know what you think. For further questions, reach out to me. Happy to help. And I will see you in the next video.